Thank you, Richard. And right now it's time for that time when we have our special guest. Tonight's special guest is Adrian Chisholm from Tourism Properties. If you are a baby boomer looking for that second career, a roof over your head and an income, maybe along with your grown-up family, check out tourismproperties.com. 400 business opportunities and 15 brokers throughout New Zealand just waiting for your call. We welcome Adrian Chisholm as our special guest on The Beat Goes On. Adrian Chisholm, welcome to The Beat Goes On.
Nice to be here.
Did you pinch my hairstyle there, Adrian?
Yeah, working on it. I'm working on it.
Gives you the sign that you're a baby boomer. Now, Adrian, you're here today because you're with Tourism Properties. What does it mean by Tourism Properties?
Yeah, tourismproperties.com is an organisation that is a specialist real estate business brokerage just selling tourism, hospitality and leisure businesses and properties throughout the country.
You're selling businesses, aren't you?
That's correct. The only exception to that is we also sell suitable homes that could be converted to a lodge or a B&B. Okay. But that's a very small part of our business.
Now we've got you in here today, of course, Adrian. We're just chatting about baby boomers in general, where they are in their lives. The oldest baby boomer is turning 65 this year. The oldest baby boomer, of course, it goes down, but they're thinking to themselves, what's the future hold? What does the future hold for us? It doesn't seem to, can we trust the government to have the money there when we retire, etc., etc.? So they're thinking, let's get a business. I can live there, run a business, and even my family can come in and help. Is that basically what's happening with baby boomers?
Yeah, absolutely, Gerard. There seems to be quite a move towards that type of thinking. A lot of the inquiry we're getting is clearly baby boomers who are either been made redundant or moving on from their careers, are looking to see what else they can do going forward, knowing that the government may not be there with the pension and with the economy tightening. They're looking as a family now, and perhaps including their Generation X or Generation Y family, to
come and help them.
Yeah, to put a business plan together and a family business, and also a succession plan to that business. It's cash flow. It's cash flow. How are they going to keep their standard of living going going forward? And the tourism, hospitality and leisure sector that we service is clearly has a very low level of barrier to entry. And so it doesn't take much for the baby boomer to come into our industry, and in some cases they don't need a lot of capital either, and they can build a business that hasn't been doing well into a very good business, and even expand it and perhaps even franchise it eventually.
It's the type of business that the baby boomer has a lovely little thought. I'd like to own a country pub. Wow. Yeah, I can just see myself at a country pub. Of course, you've got quite a few country pubs on the books.
Yeah, there's country pubs situated right throughout the country.
Motels, of course. Hotels, bed and breakfast. I mean, a lot of them are doing that, aren't they? Backpackers, holiday parks, cafes, bars, taverns, and of course country pubs.
Indeed. Huge range of tourism, hospitality and leisure businesses, and at all different price breaks. For us baby boomers, I believe that life starts at about now. I'm 55, and I think there's another 20, 30 years in us to continue to operate a business.
They're including their own children in a lot of these plans.
Yes, and that's becoming more and more. And I think with the recession deepening and the economy tightening, families are now clustering back together again, and of course a lot of our businesses for sale provide a roof over the head plus an income for the entire family. And so that's probably what makes our industry quite attractive going forward.
You always need a lot of help when you're running a country pub, don't you?
The long hours, but it's also a great lifestyle.
Do you need a lot of money to get into a new business? Can you do it using your brains?
Yeah, indeed, and that's a very good question, Gerard. The reality is that there is a lot of businesses where people have either failed because they didn't either enjoy people or didn't understand business, And so there's
A good business, but it's been badly run.
correct.
And you can pick it up for a song.
Absolutely, and so that's always going to be the case in the marketplace. It's a great leveller, but then again there's the very sophisticated businesses, and I perhaps give you a couple of examples. A lot of baby boomers prefer the true and tried franchise businesses. A couple of examples is the Quest Apartments. They have 29 complexes throughout New Zealand. They're the largest serviced apartment provider in Australasia. Their business model is tried and proven, and we have I think 3 of those particular businesses for sale in Auckland, Taupo and Wellington currently. Accommodation business where you live in, and typically there are around 40 apartments in the complex with a good mix of studio 1 and 2 bedroom units. And it's a very, very profitable business model. And those sorts of businesses can sustain a whole family within the business.
So that's the Quest franchise.
Yeah, 29 of them throughout New Zealand, and it's going to 31 this year and 35 in 2012. So it's a very progressive brand. And so anyone looking to get into a very serious accommodation business, they couldn't go past a Quest apartment business.
Any others?
In the hospitality side, Gerard, there's a couple of interesting ones. One is the Breakers Cafe and Bar franchise. They have 11 franchises currently in the North Island, and they're looking to expand nationwide. So our business brokers throughout the country are busy working with landlords with empty buildings and with existing business owners where they are looking to convert their business into a franchise. Because the succession plan or the ability to sell a business that's owned without a franchise is a lot harder. So there's a great opportunity going on there with the Breakers franchise.
So it's called Breakers, is it?
Breakers Cafe and Bar.
Yeah, and they've got 11?
11 throughout the North Island,
okay.
and looking to go nationwide this year and over the next couple of years. And another good example, and this is quite a unique story, is Winnebago's.
Winnebago.
So they're based in Christchurch, and they have one survived the earthquake. The main Winnebago's in Christchurch suffered in the first earthquake, so they relocated to a second venue, and unfortunately that got destroyed. So Jeff Cavell, the owner, has instructed us to assist him to now take that whole 16-year-old iconic brand, business plan and manuals and set up nationwide. And so we're really...
But nowhere near Christchurch.
Well, he still has one operating successfully in Ferrymead, but I think he wants the dust to settle before he sells a franchise in Christchurch. So,
for the moment, until everything settles down. Yeah.
So everywhere else in New Zealand, he's processing opportunities, and again, he's looking for existing businesses to convert over to the Winnebago's franchise, or an empty building where a landlord's looking for a good, strong brand or tenant or franchise. So that's another great opportunity, and we're working hard throughout the country to assist Jeff in getting that operation going.
Finding the right business. You must be really proud when you get a person that comes in right from the start and you locate the perfect business for them, and they get into that business and they're successful. What does that make you feel?
Yeah, there is a lot of satisfaction, Gerard. I have to say that after 35 years of actually being in the industry, having come out of the hotel management school and worked as in management and development and restructuring hotels and resorts throughout Australia and the South Pacific and New Zealand, of course, to sit back now and lead a team as principal officer of professional, niche, specialised professional business brokers that are helping buyers come into the industry either for the first time or for business owners to expand their own operations to other locations. It is very, very satisfying.
Now, Adrian, you made the newspaper, I see. The Herald last Friday, it says, if you'd like to read that, it says, real estate broker targets quake victims. What was that all about?
Gerard, the previous Saturday, through demand from our vendors throughout the country, did a joint venture with us to take a full-page advertisement in the press advertising,
Christchurch Press.
the Christchurch
Yeah,
Press, advertising 30 businesses that would be suitable for the Christchurch folk who are clearly looking to relocate. We've had numerous calls throughout the country to our brokers looking for a new start, a new business, a new opportunity.
So that not good news for Christchurch, but they're trying to think to themselves, I need to relocate, need to start again, and they need to talk to you.
Absolutely.
Is that what's happening? And
Absolutely.
What sort of response?
It's actually been very, very high, and I think it's just a reflection of Christchurch folk wondering how they move forward. Some have been made redundant, some will have payouts coming through. We've had businesses business owners who clearly feel they won't be able to ever reopen in Christchurch and are looking to relocate their hard work, their business plan, their brand, their manuals and their businesses to other locations in New Zealand. And they have been obviously in contact with our brokers throughout the country.
If you're a baby boomer, you're getting to the end of the particular job that you've got now and you're thinking about the future, employment, tourism properties, running a motel, hotel, bed and breakfast, lodges, backpackers, holiday parks, cafes, bars, taverns, country pub. All sounds just perfect for the baby boomer. How do they get hold of you?
Tourismproperties.com. They can view us on the website, www.tourismproperties.com. We have business brokers strategically located from the Bay of Islands to Queenstown and everywhere in between. We have listings from in the far north right down as far as Fiordland, and we are looking for another couple of business brokers to join us to complement.
There's a job for a baby boomer.
Yeah, indeed. In fact, it's fair to say that a fair number of us in the team are baby boomers and have worked in the industry, and others have come out of the real estate industry and learnt all about our industry. But as I say, we're looking for a couple of business brokers, one for hospitality in Wellington, here in Auckland, and a tourism and hospitality broker in the Otago Southland coastal area.
Do you enjoy the job?
I love the job, Gerard. Having come out of hotel management school in the late 70s, I've done nothing else except been in this industry.
It's a great way to meet people, isn't
it? Indeed. And in the development side of the industry, and having worked in Australia and the South Pacific Islands and throughout New Zealand, we have a vast database of contacts of buyers, and so it gives me a lot of pleasure to deal with all our clients, and just love the business. Can't wait to wake up every morning to get my teeth into it again.
Adrian, good to see you today. Keeping all us baby boomers happy.
My pleasure. It's been absolutely awesome to be with you.
Thanks, Adrian.